Well, the kids are on winter break right now. One of mine is already bored out of his mind. So what better time to get out and enjoy all the incredible cultural sites across Los Angeles? One nonprofit in our community is providing a way for low-cost access to many of these spots. And here now to talk about TeenTix LA is Program Director Allison Wharton and current pass holder and intern Francesca Balbalosa. Thank you both so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
So my daughter's actually a member of the TeenTix program,
Amazing.
But for those who are unfamiliar with it, can you tell us a little bit about how it started and what the purpose is?
Absolutely. TeenTix LA is an organization that helps make the arts accessible and affordable for teens all across Los Angeles County. You know, despite LA being awash with resources and there are so many theaters and museums, the arts remain out of reach for so many young people in our community, and that's really where TeenTix LA comes in. Teens can sign up for our free pass on our website, and that free pass gets them access to $5 tickets to arts events at about 40 plus arts and cultural organizations all across LA.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest problems in our arts ecosphere, right, is the high price oftentimes of tickets. And especially if you're looking at bringing a family of 4 to a theater, you're talking hundreds of dollars. So how does the TeenTix work in terms of the kids get the $5 ticket? What about the parents? How do you go about getting those seats?
Yeah, for sure. So every single one of our 40 plus arts organizations has to designate at least one day a week that is a 2 for $10 night, meaning a TeenTix pass holder will get to go see a play or go to a museum for $5, and then they're able to bring a parent or guardian, a non-teen, and they'll also get to spend $5. So you can go to our calendar on our website and see a list of all the plays and concerts and museum exhibitions that you can enjoy with your pass, and you can make it a family affair.
Okay, so that's $10, folks, for 2 tickets to see live theater and various other things, but my focus is always live theater. So, Francesca, I want to talk about your experience, because you were a pass holder, you're still a pass holder, you're also an intern. Tell me a little bit about the impact that TeenTix has had on you.
Well, where do I start? So, my school never really had, going into high school, I never really had much of any arts classes or any art clubs per se. So I wanted to go out and try to find ways I can experience the arts. So I started by searching online, Googling, and I found that it was really hard to find tickets or ways to see shows that they were all really expensive. So by looking I found TeenTix online, and so I signed up and I got to see amazing shows. So actually the first musical I saw in the first place was at the Lineage Performing Arts Center. So that was my first ever musical, and it was honestly such a mind-blowing experience because I always loved musicals, but I never got to see one in person. So yeah, from that I've been able to see musicals, museums, and other just art exhibits and activities that I never would have been able to experience without TeenTix.
Do you have a favorite spot that you have discovered along the way?
Ooh, yeah, definitely. My personal favorite has been A Noise Within in Pasadena.
Oh, they're the best.
Yes, I love their shows. I've seen like A Christmas Carol with them. I've seen Jane Eyre, I think last year. They've all just been amazing musical performance, and they're very up close too.
Yes, there's not a bad seat in the house at A Noise Within, and really they do spectacular work. And that is the kind of theater that you might not know about, or if you're not right in Pasadena, you might not have discovered, but it's such a great regional theater. So I'm glad that you found that one. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
I want to wrap up with you, Allison, and say, the arts are so important for our kids. Why is it important to you to bring them into the arts world, and what are your hopes for the future of TeenTix?
Absolutely. We live in a world where we're, tied to our phones, our screens. I say that about myself as well, and I think it's so important to get out there and explore different arts and cultural experiences, see a play, explore a museum, and have these real-world experiences that foster empathy and inspiration. And it's my hope that every teen here in LA signs up for our free TeenTix Pass and gets out there and explores the incredible arts ecosystem that LA has to offer.
Yeah, there is something out there for everybody in our arts ecosystem, from the museums, like you mentioned, to world-class theater that you can get for
Just $5, cheaper than a movie ticket, I always like to say.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And thank you so much, Allison, for the work that you are doing. And thank you, Francesca, for sharing your story with us. I hope that you get to see a lot more great theater in the coming months. And if you would like to get your teen out there to see some fabulous arts events in our area, you can find out more information at la.teentix.org. It is free and worth a visit. Thank you so much.